Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another election prediction. This time we have Michelle Obama versus Nikki Haley. So, this scenario is pretty unlikely to occur. It would have to be Nikki Haley somehow winning the Republican primary, which I heavily doubt. Unless Trump's just removed from the ballot, that's pretty much the only path she has, pretty much at this point. And with Michelle Obama, they could just replace Biden at the end of the primary if Biden decides just to drop out. They could just have her as a replacement candidate, or they could do a last minute competitive primary and run a bunch of candidates, and she decides to run. So again, Biden's old. He could just decide to drop out due to health reasons. It's always a factor. So let's get right into this 2024 election prediction. Let me just set up these first few safe states. Now, Michelle Obama, I definitely think she would be a pretty good candidate. She could win back Obama nostalgia voters. I do think she's pretty well spoken as the wife of a former president. So I do think she's decently charismatic. Again, some people in the past, when they heard her speak at conventions, they would want her to be a future presidential candidate. So it's very real. She does have that charisma in her. So let's just get right into this political prediction. So the first few states, Iowa and Ohio. Again, it could see some former Obama voters maybe crossing over to vote for Michelle Obama yet again. Nikki Haley isn't the most populist of candidates either, so I could see her doing a bit worse in two of these states here, especially against someone as well liked as Michelle Obama is. Again, she's seen as the more favorable first ladies of the White House, so I do think she'll be seen quite likable on a presidential stage. The state of Florida, I could see Michelle Obama doing decent with minority voters here. Definitely, maybe making Florida a lot more competitive than it used to be. Could see her bringing it down to a lean Republican margin. For the state of Texas, though, it's a traditionally Republican state, and Nikki Haley is a more traditional Republican candidate, so I still think it would be likely Republican. So this is the one time in a prediction video of mine for 2024 you see Florida be less red than Texas, just because Nikki Haley's more of a traditionalist Republican here. In the state of Maine, it'd probably be about likely blue. Well, Maine's second is about likely red. I don't think Michelle Obama would do the best in the rural areas of states. Nebraska's second would probably be about lean blue, I would say. Colorado, safe blue. Virginia, probably safe blue as well. New Mexico, I think I would put it down to about I'd put it just be safe about likely blue. I could see Michelle Obama doing well with black voters, so she would definitely win Virginia by over 10. New Mexico, though, would she do as well as Latino voters? That's questionable. Because again, Latinos, some polls have been shifting towards the right, so we have to factor that in for the future. In Alaska, with ranked choice voting, I think Michelle Obama could get it down to a likely Republican margin or so. New Hampshire, I think this would be one of the more competitive states. Nikki Haley is actually quite decently strong in New Hampshire in the general election polls, so I put this as about a lean blue state or so against Michelle Obama. I definitely think she would be stronger than Biden as a candidate here. Definitely more well liked among independent voters, too. Okay, let's see. Now we're getting to the real toss up states. Minnesota, probably definitely likely blue. I don't really think Nikki Haley has a chance at beating Michelle Obama here in this state. Same with Michigan as well. I think Michelle Obama would pretty much win back most of the traditional Democratic base here. Plus, I don't see Nikki Haley doing the best with populist voters in a state like this. I think Michelle Obama would probably be able to win them over more than she could. North Carolina and Georgia, I'd put North Carolina about lean Republican or so. Georgia, it's an interesting one, but I still think Nikki Haley probably would have a super slight edge over Michelle Obama. But then again, it really is a turnout state, and I think Michelle Obama would definitely turn out a lot of black voters here. So that makes me think that Michelle Obama would probably have a super narrow victory here in the state of Georgia. In the state of Nevada, I think, well, actually, Nikki Haley, she is a bit more moderate on the issue of abortion, so she would definitely be making it a lot more competitive than I would believe it would be. So I'd put about tilt blue. I still think the Democrats would be able to have a narrow victory here. In the state of Arizona, this is one of those times where we'd see it be a bit more Republican than Georgia here, just because Nikki Haley would fit better with moderate Republicans and maybe some more independents in this state. So I'd put this state at about tilt Republican or so. Again, I don't think I think a lot of independents would probably go Nikki Haley's way here against Michelle Obama in this state. But in the remaining states of Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, I would have PA as lean blue, and probably Wisconsin as about tilt blue. Again, it doesn't have as much cities as Pennsylvania does and Michigan, so it'll be a bit more Republican of a state, but it could go to lean blue depending on how much populist voters go for Michelle Obama. I'm put it in the tilt column for now. But other than that, I think Michelle Obama would probably end up beating Nikki Haley if this election matchup were to occur for the 2024 election. Very unlikely it even occurs. It requires a lot of things to go on, like Biden dropping out, Trump not being able to be on the ballot anymore somehow, if the Supreme Court decides that, which is a very, very, very low chance. But other than that, this is how I see the matchup shaking out. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel already, highly recommend doing so. And if you agree or disagree with this scenario, let me know in the comments down below. Which states would you flip? Always interested in hearing that. And you have any like future video ideas, you're welcome to comment them down below, and I might do them if they're interesting enough of a topic. But other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.